Good evening, everyone. Let us take this Trump impeachment by the numbers, facts and all, but specifically the numbers. The president was elected, a term which I more like to call. Um, the president was electoral college in by the framers of the Constitution, including the founding fathers, as everyone knows. And he became the president via that way. That is the American democratic way of electing a president. Let us fast forward to the impeachment process. Now, I agree that the president should have been impeached. I supported the president on somewhat of a level. I think he's misguided, and I think at his age, as a grandfather, with an immigrant wife, an anchor child, or anchor children, President Trump has grown to know his grandparents. I'm not sure if his great grandparents were also immigrants. I will not get into that point, but he should have been more guided by his background and by his personal life. Back to the impeachment. I think there was a quick pro quo. You have the numbers and the time frame. He withhold grants that was approved by Congress to Ukraine for personal political reason. The personal political reason is because a candidate who throws his hat in the presidential ring, vying to be the next president of the United States, this election coming November, is ahead of the sitting president in post taking. The Democrats refuse to mention this over and over as to the reason why Trump wanted a specific investigation into Joe Biden. And he asked Ukraine to announce an investigation on Joe Biden. Because when you do polls, it doesn't show that he stuck up well against Joe Biden. And that's the main reason he wants to, bring some negativity to his possible future competitor. I use the word competitor now for the president of the United States this election in November. The Democrats feel miserable, not so much in the impeachment proceeding, but on TV, our media, print media, television, social media. They fail to get the American attention to persuade them to get their representative to impeach Trump. And the reason why I say that, as I said earlier, the president was electoral college in. Remember, Hillary Clinton, she did a poor campaign against Trump. It was too much of a rock star affair, and not realizing what America was coming from with the subprime mortgage crisis that created a very deep, if that's the word I should use though, that created a recession basically. Regardless of how she ran a campaign, she got the popular vote over Trump by a huge margin. Now that's one number you got to look at. One number is that Hillary Clinton didn't run a great campaign. she wasn't like a people favorite candidate to win. Remember, she barely escaped through. But Barack Obama being running for election for the president of the United States, she barely made it through running against Bernie Sanders, but she still got the popular vote ahead of Donald Trump. Now, when you look at the last midterm election, um, for some reason that I don't have the time to look into, because it's interesting that Republican gained seats in the Senate, but Democrat, it was a blue wave with the Democrats in the midterm election in the House of Congress, the House of Representatives. It was a blue wave, a massive victory for the Democrats. And congratulations, ladies, never too late to say it. And so many females got elected, and especially for the first time. And that's an incident you got to look at too, that blue wave that took place. You understand? So Trump is not necessarily clear, and he has been, even with the midterm, he has been a sitting president enough time to create a following which they call approval rating. And that wasn't the case with that situation.
You on the phone?
No, may I make a video?